Every bake's a new experiment. Flame, stone, dough, every variable matters. Tonight, we're testing how they all come together to make the perfect pizza.
This is it. We're experimenting, having fun.
What's up, y'all? It's Chris from Backyard Pizza Lab, and today we're talking pizza science. Behind every great pizza is a little bit of physics. Flames roaring, stones sizzling, science in motion. We're breaking down how heat works in your Ooni oven, from the first burst of flame to that leopard-spotted crust. And hey, if you're not already, be sure to subscribe to Backyard Pizza Lab for more pizza science shenanigans.
Be sure to stick around. You might just learn a bonus trick or two along the way.
Inside the Ooni, two kinds of heat do all the work. Radiant heat from the flame and conductive heat from the stone. Balancing them is key to even bakes and signature char. After launching, those two heats are working together. The radiant heat from the flame is cooking the toppings, and the conductive heat from the stone is setting the base. See how the edge of the pizza closest to the flame is starting to bubble and lift? That's radiant heat at work. As soon as it rises and just starts to take on a little color, you know it's time to turn your pizza. Look at that. You can already see those small, dark spots forming on the crust. That's what we call leopard spotting. That happens when intense heat from the flame, radiant heat, makes tiny air bubbles in the dough puff up, blister, and pop, almost instantly. Those blisters char just enough to leave that leopard print pattern, and it's the sign of good fermentation and true high heat cooking. Now, we just keep turning this pizza so that leopard spotting happens all the way around. And don't worry, unlike a burnt crust, these spots add smoky, caramelized flavor, and that's something you want in a proper Neapolitan style pizza. While that radiant heat is cooking the top, the stone beneath is doing just as much work. That's our conductive heat, energy from the hot stone going straight into the dough. It's what crisps the bottom, sets the structure, and gives you that light, crispy base that I love on my Neapolitan style pies. So you have radiant heat giving you that fast, caramelized top, while conductive heat builds structure from the bottom. When those two meet in the middle, that's where the magic happens. And it happens fast. In less than 2 minutes, we have a great margarita pizza. So I left it a little longer on this side to get that nice leopard spotting. This side I turned pretty quick. So a light leopard spotting, not too much in there at all. And I tried to leave this side in there a little longer. So you get some leopard spotting, but the base of the crust gets darker brown and you get a little less contrast there. Now let's see how this looks on the inside. Oh yeah. You can see just like these bubbles pop on the outside, the bubbles that form inside are what create these large air pockets, right? Gorgeous.
Can't beat the classics.
You're probably saying, Chris, make the next pizza, hurry up. But now you gotta let the stone recharge. Going back to heat. Oven hot, fire in oven hot, heat stone. Stone becomes hot, cold, relatively, room temp, give or take. Pizza goes on to stone. What happens? Heat from stone goes into pizza. Cooking a pizza. Pretty crazy. But you can't just create energy out of thin air. That might not be a scientifically true statement. No, it is. But if you take that heat from the stone, you put it into the pizza, now the stone's not hot anymore. So you gotta let the oven reheat up in between bakes. Not too long. A couple minutes. We'll check it here in a sec, but I went and poured myself a beer, because that's a good use of your time if you're making a lot of pizzas. Next time on Pizza Science, we're breaking down dough hydration and oven spring, how water, fermentation, and heat all work together to shape your crust. Be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss episode 2. This is Backyard Pizza Lab. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.